All right, you guys, so we're going to do the video here on the assembly process on the Vitacci Denali 50 49cc moped gas scooter. So stay tuned, and we'll do some segments on it and put everything all together, you guys. So that's one we're going to start on. It's right on the lift, and stay tuned. ScooterATVsales.com. All right, you guys, as I said, we're going to do the assembly process on the Vitacci Denali 50. We got Tyson here. He's starting it off right now. So he removed the cardboard box as shown. You guys saw that earlier clip I did. And right now we have it on our lift. Now you can have it at any other place. Now when we drop ship these, I mean, you can set this up anywhere. But we, as a shop here, we generally put them here on the lift for just easy access to take them off the crate. You can see it's a metal crate, and he's using an impact. You guys can use you just manually your ratchet set, but for the purpose of just being more efficient, we're using that impact. And what size are you using there on those?
This one's a 14.
A 14, so he's using a 14 millimeter. You can do an open end on that too as well. So this is how it would start off, you guys. So we moved the cardboard box, and this is the preliminary start of the setup of the Vitacci Denali 50. This is the way it looks when you remove the cardboard box. Okay, so Tyson removed all the hardware that secures that metal crate. Now he's going to take the metal crate down stack it. So go ahead and do that. And it's typically the process, you guys. So as you can see, just removed all the nuts and bolts that secure the metal crate. So he takes the top off. And then he's going to take those vertical pieces off as well. They're secured individually. And again, what we're going to do is we're going to break everything down until the base, where it's just sitting on its metal base. Then remove that cover on it. That's that protective cover. And then take the next step. All right, so Tyson removed all the vertical pieces. You can see it's sitting on its base right now. Now we're removing the protective covering on it, and slowly going to remove the other protective, like the bubble wrapping and other protective wrapping on all the various pieces of plastic on there. This is a step-by-step, you guys. This is exactly how the process that you're going to be following as well. So you saw how we removed the hardware from the crate. We're going to do a little up close so you guys can see how everything's stacked in it. You can see you got the protective covering over here on the cover, crankcase cover. This is the headset here, which will be shown here once we remove this. This is what's going to be sitting on the steering stem right here. It gets locked in here in place. Then you have the rear rack here. So what you do is you take everything off the vehicle itself, organize it. Again, it doesn't come with instructions, and just organize all the hardware, and it's pretty self-explanatory. Once you remove everything, you look at it, inspect it, and then you start putting everything together, start assembling the unit. We'll do a walk around here to the other side. As you can see, all the protective bubble wrapping that it comes with, all that'll have to be removed. He's going to be installing the front wheel over here as well. So you guys can see how that looks. And he puts in the headset. We start off putting in the headset because it allows you, once we tighten it up over here, it'll allow you to actually move it a lot easier and remove it off its metal crate. As you can see, the wire here that keeps it secure onto the metal base. Then here, the front axle. This is your actual axle right here with the axle nut here. Secures it onto the crate as well. We're going to remove that and then go from there, you guys. Okay, so stay tuned, and then we'll show you the next step. Okay, you guys, so now you can see it with all the bubble wrap off. So that completely gets this, makes the scooter here naked. So you've got access to everything you need to do. And the keys are in the ignition switch, as you can see here on this side here. They're already in the ignition switch. So that's where you'll find the keys on the Denali 50, you guys. And what Tyson did is you can have a fold-out table, you guys, to keep everything organized. So mention here, this is your rear rack. That front face panel over here. This is the fender, and this is the trunk. So this is what you can expect when you receive one of these and you decide to assemble it yourself, you guys. Then what we're gonna do is we'll pop open the seat. Now the hardware is located right under the seat. As you can see, it's done by that switch over here. And you guys can watch that video demo we've done on the Denali 50. So you have your side view mirrors under the seat. This is your battery right here. This is the manual, and then the battery cover. And I say battery cover because the battery right here is located right under this floor mat here. So we'll put this to the side right now. Then this comes with a little toolkit that has some wrenches so you can adjust your side view mirrors over here. So this is the stuff, you guys, as shown here, little toolkit here. And again, you got little openings here to access your carburetor area so you make your adjustments. And your gas tank's located here. Okay, so you guys getting an idea of the steps here and what to expect when you're doing the PDI assembly on your Denali 50 from Vitacci. All right. Okay, you guys, so you can see that the battery that's included for the Denali 50, it is sealed battery. So all you got to do is make sure it's charged, check the charging of it. That's what we do over here. Just double check everything and just plug and play after that. Okay, you guys. So the next step that we generally do here is we remove the front axle. As you can see, Tyson just removed that nut right there. And we're going to slide out that axle, which will loosen it from the base, as shown. And everything's open here in the front area here. As you can see, that face panel will have to be put on. This is zip tied over here, your speedo sensor. And he starts cutting the wire here that secures it to the main base frame. He'll cut that on both sides. There's one here too also he's going to cut, but he's going to have to secure it. Now be careful when you do this if you're doing it alone, because it could slide off or just fall over. So you always got to be very cautious when you're doing that, you guys. Have somebody, if you think it's going to fall over, then have somebody help you balance it.
Put the rack on next.
Okay, so what we do next, you guys, now it comes in this little bag over here where your hardware is located. This right here will be used to secure the neck of the headset over here, cluster. Now Tyson's installing the rear rack as shown. And the reason why we do it this way, because it's a lot easier than to grab onto. So you'll have this secured, then you'll have the rear rack secured, then you can easily lift it off the crate, you guys. We've done this numerous times, so we figured out what's the fastest and best way, the most efficient way without damaging this scooter. You don't want to grab into the plastic area at all. All right, you guys, so as you can see the steps we've done so far. We secured the rack on here. And now we're going to secure the headset here with that bolt I've shown you earlier. It goes right through here. You see this right here, this little opening. And then the wheel that came with it that we removed from the crate, that everything was stacked there on that floorboard. Tyson filled it with air at 36 PSI, you guys. Now he's going to secure the headset there with that nut. What size does that take?
I believe these were 13s, or was that 14s? One of the two.
Okay, we're going to confirm that. What was that? 14s, you guys. 14s on securing that. So make sure you get a metric 14 on that. So you can see where he inserted the bolt, and then there's a little nut there in the back area right here that he's going to tighten up. So.
Actually, 13 and 14. 13 and a 14? 13, 14. Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to use a 13 and a 14 millimeter. So for the back nut and then the bolt as well, you guys, securing the headset. So these are the steps you want to follow that we do over here. You may have it your own way, but this is the way we found to be most efficient. Then that's going to secure the headset as well. We got the rack is allow you, when we're going to lower it down the lift, to lift it off this metal crate, just like we did on this one right here that's being built on the ground over here. All right, you guys, so now what we're gonna do is remove it off the base crate. As you can see, the way we're doing it.
You want to set that down and then hit the center stand?
Then we get that center stand down. And you can see with the center stand down, it does support the front. And then we start the next step of assembly, which will be the front wheel being installed. Tyson just secured the headset right here, the cluster. Actually, it's going to secure it. It's not secured yet. So we'll tighten that down here. And then you got the speedo here. These are the front forks. Then we're gonna set everything in and we'll show you guys how to do that as well. Okay, so we're gonna stand corrected on the bolt and the nut on the securing the headset here. That it's a 14 on both ends. So 14 millimeter here in the front and then 14 on the nut in the back that secures it. Makes it nice and tight and cozy there. So, okay guys, so we're prepping the front to mount the wheel. As you can see, he's compressing the caliper so we can slide the disc up on in there. As noted here, it's going to be turned on this side here. Then of course you have your speedo sensor there, as I pointed out. It's going to be nicely fitted over here on this side. And then you have the axle over here with your spacer. So Tyson will show you how to do that here in a second. So go ahead, Tyson. So you see where you put that spacer, you guys? It goes on this side over here, where he's gonna, you have your caliper, and he's going to slide that caliper up there into the brake pads.
And you always want to make sure to grease this spacer too.
And you hear that, you guys? Always grease that spacer that you just mounted
So
in
it
there.
doesn't burn up the seal.
There you go. Then he's setting in the speedo sensor, as you can see. There it goes. It's always nice to have help, you guys. Tyson's done this a lot, so he does it by himself. He may need some help from someone else just to support it, but maybe not. We shall see. But if you first time doing it, just get some help to support that wheel there. You can align those front front forks. As you can see, he slid in the axle. Now he puts in the nut. What size nut is that?
I do not know what size nut this is. I usually use a crescent wrench on it.
Okay, he's going to use a crescent wrench on that one, you guys. So if you guys want to use an impact with a socket, then just find the appropriate socket on this particular one. So he uses his crescent wrench on that. You can see the process of how he slid that in. Then he uses his impact on that side. What size are you using there?
This is a 14.
Okay, so he's using a 14, and then on this side here he's using that crescent, which allows you to really tighten it.
There we go.
Torque it down nice. Okay, you guys, as you can see, we're very close to the finishing touches here of doing the full assembly PDI. So the rest is going to be very self-explanatory. We got the batteries there on the charger. We're going to install the battery, hook up the battery terminals. That's very self-explanatory. Red to positive, and then the black to the negative. Then we're going to put the cover on it, throw the floor mat back here. This comes with a little cover. That's your VIN number over here. Again, to open the seat right here, you turn it here, just to the left here, counterclockwise, allows you to open. We're going to start it up. Again, we always check the oil before we do that. So always make sure you check your oil. You add your gas, use 91, higher octane. You can make your fine adjustments here through your screwdriver on the carburetor here, getting access. Sometimes it's easier just to remove the bucket so you have full access. You could check all the vacuum lines, make sure they're all properly connected. Actually, that's what we do here, and I do suggest you doing that. So, and it takes a number 10 socket over here to remove these. You remove the bucket, gives you full access of your carburetor, check all your vacuum lines, gives you the full access to adjust your carburetor as well. We're gonna put the face panel on here and secure it on the front here. Tyson already secured the front fender, as you can see. And I showed you exactly how he installed the front wheel. And then we're gonna put the side view mirrors on here, you guys. Those you just twist right on there. Very simple to do. So once we get all that done, we're gonna start it up. And then we do the fine points to test it and tune it. Make sure everything is properly working on it. Check out all the signal systems, the lighting systems, the horn, tire pressure, again, 36 PSI, adjusting the brakes on there, the hydraulic brakes in the front. If they need to be bled, we do that as well. Again, everything here at our shop in Northern Nevada is all tested and tuned and ready to ride and remodified if it's necessary, you guys. So there you guys go. Hope you guys are well. ScooterATVSales.com on Instagram and ScooterATVSales.com for the website. Take care. Bye-bye.